What's up guys, Crimson Thunder here. Welcome to my second playthrough of Cold Waters. Last time we obliterated China in the South China Sea. In this campaign we are going to be going to the North Atlantic in the fight against Russia. This time we are going with the Los Angeles Improved Class Submarine, which is not nearly as quiet as the Virginia but very capable nevertheless. And this particular campaign is basically really simple. NATO has basically seen a devastating surprise attack on in Central Europe, which they're completely plunged into war. And as they struggle to push back, we have to defend the North Atlantic and the Norwegian Sea from any enemies, as they're going to try to prevent U.S. supplies from coming in. And this submarine is definitely not, as I probably may have said already, not as quiet as the Virginia class, but it's very, very capable. This particular submarine, believe it or not, compared to some of the early variants, has more vertical launch tubes than its others. The first block had none. The second one probably had about 6, while the improved variant has 12. And we can't dive as deep with this compared to a Virginia, but we could still do some serious damage. And for this playthrough, looks like we are given command of the USS Charlotte, which is also known as the Silent Stinger. Okay, so let's actually see what Russia is doing. This is originally this is the 1984 campaign, but the mod allows us to do a bunch of stuff. And this is also the time when I believe Ronald Reagan was elected president, and I believe for the second time, if it was 1984. We'll say that he was. What will Reaganism mean for U.S. foreign relations? And as you probably know U.S. history, he completely was against against the Soviet Union. And when he was elected, he came after the USSR guns blazing. What will Reaganism mean for U.S. foreign relations? President-elect Ronald Reagan has begun his term in office by taking a harsh stance against the Soviet Union. The former California governor, once a Democrat, is reputed for his anti-communist stance and for rooting out the communist sympathizers in Hollywood in the 1950s. The new U.S. president, regarded with a suspicion in the Kremlin, Politburo sources claim that President Reagan is regarded as somewhat of a cowboy, where the presidency risks spurring controversy and conflicts instead of the continuation of the more detent-oriented policies of Jimmy Carter, which people probably say he's the worst president of all time. Brezhnev's legacy staggering and paranoia. The death of the General Secretary Leonid Brezhnev is sure to result in considerable debate behind Kremlin walls. The last decade has been one of stagnation and increased bureaucracy of the Soviet colossus. An unnamed diplomatic source was quoted in the recent Time article saying that the constant provocation from the Reagan administration have created an elevated and permanent anxiety concerning American aggression within the Politburo. President Reagan think this over. It is dangerous. Is provoking the bear. Is Reagan pushing too hard? With the recent announcement of the strategic defense initiative, several independent political and security analysts are expressing growing concern that the Reagan administration might be pressing the Soviets too hard. Tension between the USSR and the United States continue are continually increasing. The increased U.S. military spending, followed by President Reagan's denunciation of the Soviet Union as an evil empire, raises the question as how the Kremlin will react. Oh boy, this is not gonna be good. Soviets down an airliner, and this actually did happen before. International outrage as the Soviet Air Force shoots down a Korean Airlines aircraft over the Sakhalin Islands. And this has happened because it strayed into the airspace. All 269 passengers and crew were killed. The Politburo issued a statement claiming the flight Korean Airlines 7 was a spy on the behalf of the United States. With regard that this was a deliberate provocation to test our military preparedness or even an attempt to provoke a war, Soviet Minister of the Defense said. Tensions between Washington and Moscow are now elevated to a degree not seen since the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. Overall, military readiness is highlighted as NATO exercises in the Pacific and Atlantic are denounced by the Soviet Union as deliberate imperialist provocations. Now, if this overlay will stop, I will continue. There we go. Perishing missiles deployed into West Germany. Deployment of these new perishing two nuclear ballistic missiles has been commenced on locations around West Germany. The introduction of these upgrade medium-range tactical missiles into the United States arsenal has already been the cause of considerable controversy between NATO and the Warsaw Pact, as well as Germany within itself. Independent political analysis agree that the continuous escalation of the arms race, each side fears the other side in technological superiority, and the strong anti-Soviet rhetoric of the Reagan administration, all adds up to a volatile situation. Moscow's latest threat is to withdraw from further arms control negotiation. It seems particularly disturbing turn of events. The question looming over Europe is how the Soviet Union might react. It should consider its diplomatic options to be exhausted. Or should it? And I think so. The Soviets thought the nuclear drill Able Archer was real. Washington, in a congressional hearing today, in the director of Defense Intelligence Agency, Lieutenant General James E. Williamson, told the Senate the DIA's assessment to the Soviet response and the NATO's Able Archer 1983 exercise was held last November. General Wilson told a story that is a little too close for comfort. The DIA has concluded that the Soviet Union, for a short while, actually believed the United States was preparing for a first strike nuclear attack, using the exercise as cover. Thus, Soviet strategic nuclear forces were placed on high alert for at least a week. The strong reaction corroborates a strained diplomatic relations between the U.S. and the Soviet Union. Years of tense anti-communist rhetoric, deployment of advanced new nuclear weapons, and the outspoken ideology friendship between Reagan and the British Prime Minister Thatcher is said to have caused considerable fear along the Soviet leadership. Oh, wow. Things are really bad. And here we go. Soviets attack, war declared. Soviet infantry and armored units supported by a strike aircraft has today stormed through the Fulda Gap, the region of West Germany, penetrating the inner German border in a surprise attack. Initial negotiation attempts rapidly broke down, and a state of war is officially declared between NATO and the Soviet Union. NATO losses are reportedly high, and the United States military forces have been fully mobilized, and convoys with men, materials, and arms have already begun to cross the Atlantic. President Reagan addressed the nation, slowly saying the full might of the U.S. Army, Marines, Air Force, and Navy will be brought to bear on this unprovoked attack. And now, let's go kick their ass. Okay, so we are the USS Charlotte, and our mission orders are to, let's see, it's a satellite recon, revealed an enemy raider group transitioning at high speed towards the northern Norwegian coast. I believe a small unrep forces operating in the area. You are ordered to interdict this group, sink any replenishment ships in the area. You may also get a chance at the enemy warship that this is intended to support, but tenders and tankers are the target. Okay, just like with China, we are going to be doing so. So basically, warning yellow, weapons hold. Weapons free on all designated targets. So we are at war. We're pretty much going to be using this. Well, the last LA class, we only have 4 torpedo tubes, so we're going to actually do this instead. We're going to keep it the way it is. So let's actually go to Holyoke, Scotland. Now they're going up into the Norwegian Sea area. Now we got to make sure that these areas are pretty much Soviet free. As you probably known, this is like the Los Angeles. This improved variant of the LA class is not actually going to be there until, it was actually not around until the 90s. But this is a mod, so we'll do what we can. There's our target of interest. Oh boy, we got a submarine. We have a new sonar contact, 292, designated CR1. No thermolator.
On sonar. Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Well, it's not like super deep, but we do got plenty of room to work with.
Make depth 400 feet. Dive by. Con sonar, new contact bearing 198, designated Sierra 1.
And we are still playing on the realistic. These are the this probably might be a trawler.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as merchant. Come right to 292, helm aye. Con sonar lock. Con, dive at 400 feet, dive by.
Alright, let's see what this silent stinger is.
Con, helm, steady course.
Do I really have to go with the active search again?
Con sonar, switching to active search. Come right to 044, helm aye.
Come left to 293, helm aye. Make turns for 10 knots, maneuvering aye.
Make depth 750 feet, dive aye.
Oops. Let's just go to 600
Make depth 600 feet, dive aye.
because we're going to be hitting the bottom of the ocean if we go too deep.
Con, dive at 600 feet.
Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering aye.
And it looks like we kind of didn't have anything here.
Make depth 5 feet, dive aye.
Con sonar, switching to passive search. Con sonar, switching to active search.
Okay, let's actually raise the radar mast.
Raise the radar mast.
Con sonar, switching to passive search. Con sonar.
Con, dive at 5 feet, dive aye. Lower the radar mast.
This wasn't even our objective anyway. I know it wasn't our objective. That is, though. 287 Sierra 1. Let's actually use our torpedoes this time. And we got quite a bit of some stuff, but let's actually go do this.
Con
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Go to 287.
Come right to 287, helm aye. Con sonar, new contact bearing 288. Con helm, steady course. Con sonar, new contact bearing 244. Designated Sierra 2.
Let's go to 300 feet.
Make depth
And it doesn't look like
300 feet, dive aye.
there's any aircraft.
Con
nearby.
sonar, new contact bearing 269. Designated Sierra 3.
Okay. I don't like what this mod does for this particular campaign. So I know these are Russians. I want to say this probably might be a Geisha frigate.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
This is a Kilvar.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort. Come left to 229, helm aye.
Let's actually go ahead and fire on this Geisha. It's getting way too close.
Dive at 300
They
feet,
won't be
dive
able to
aye.
find us right now because of just because we're below the layer. But we can hear them.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Oh, they actually fired on us.
Come left to 178, helm aye.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 267. Con sonar, lost contact, Sierra 2. Make turns for 15 knots, maneuvering aye.
Let's actually go
Make
deeper.
depth 700 feet, dive aye.
Con helm, steady course. sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 190.
Make depth 650 feet. Dive by.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 20 knots. Con fire control. We've
Whoa!
lost
I
wire.
had no idea that thing was right above me.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 216.
Load the moss. Load this. Definitely load the moss. Go ahead, flank.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering eye. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 221.
And let's reload this torpedo.
Con sonar lost contact.
Whoa!
Sierra 2.
Yeah,
Last
it's already
bearing,
the first
2,
mission of the
2,
war
3. Contact
that we
faded.
actually had to do, and we almost got blown up. Luckily, they're going after the what? It's not the unintended
Come right
target.
to
There goes the
208.
kilobar.
Helm eye. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 225.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Con, helm, steady course. Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3.
Okay, I
3
think we're
knots.
far enough now that we
Come
can
right
probably
to 266.
get a periscope
helm
depth
eye.
and slow it
Make
down.
turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye. Con sonar regained contact. Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Now, let's see what this is.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
Now, those guys should be okay.
Upscope.
Should be not. .283.
Raise the radar mast.
Radar mast. Okay, 283. Oh, it's right there. So let's actually go active, and we're going to go ahead and fire a
Con,
281.
dive at 4-5 feet. Dive by. Downscope. Lower the radar mast.
This is the only tanker that's in the area. Yep, this torpedo basically went stupid. Can't believe that we had no idea what one of the first ones actually ended up doing. And almost paid the price for it.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Upscope.
That's about to blow up.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 3, last bearing 277. Contact break.
Downscope.
Okay, that mission eject is complete. So let's go ahead and put another head cap in there, and let's get out of here. That was definitely our mission objective. Good to hear you have intercepted and destroyed enemy replenishment resources. Keep up the good work. Further orders will be transmitted on this downlink. Await further orders on this downlink. Warships retreat. Exactly 7 years before I was born. NATO warships and submarines have taken up several new strategic positions, including some around the northern Norwegian coast, in response to significantly reduced Soviet naval activity. Sources close to the Pentagon said that the war has taken a heavy toll on enemy naval operations and that their supply lines continue to be heavily strained. Recent NATO gains at sea have decreased the number of warships needed to maintain control in several regions. Many vessels from these regions have rapidly reassigned to duties to better protect convoys and much needed armor, and men from the United States to the United Kingdom. Enemy cruise missile submarine is transitioning southward in the Norwegian Sea towards the North Atlantic convoy route. You must sink it. The enemy submarine will be a diesel-electric Juliet class. It may have a diesel attack sub-escort. Alright, let's reload this torpedo tube. Now we gotta see what... Denmark defeated. The Warsaw Pacts are now in total control of Denmark after a massive and brutal assault. The aggressors are demanding a unilateral ceasefire and immediate handover of power by political leadership of the country. NATO and Warsaw Pact forces seem to be evenly matched. Both sides are making frantic efforts to gain the initiative. The Battle of the Atlantic is currently unresolved as both NATO and Soviet task forces are of considerable strength. Keep each other in a state of mutual area denial, according to the Secretary of the Navy. Oh, that one. Alright, let's close at 10,000 yards.
On sonar, new rig ship for ultra quiet. Con sonar, new contact bearing 334. Designated Sierra.
Come left to 118. Helm I.
It's likely, and I think one of these has to be a Juliet class, I believe. Which I believe this is it.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Come left to 076. Helm I.
Oh, we got a very strong. We got a very strong.
Make depth 100 feet. Dive by.
So I gotta make sure we're
Con,
really
dive
quiet.
at 100 feet. Dive by.
Con, helm, steady course. Con sonar, new contact bearing 087, designated Sierra 3.
Okay, we got a firing solution on this guy. Now, there's no way, and it looks like they got very poor sonar on board, so let's go ahead and sting this thing.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir. Con.
Come right to 121, helm aye.
Once they had,
Con sonar,
they always
lost
seem to
contact.
shoot.
Sierra 3, last bearing 087, contact faded.
Con. Fire control. Weapon acquired.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 087.
Con.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing
right into that.
064.
That thing's now sunk. Now, Sierra 3, which is another one of those submarines. No, that sounds like a whale.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as biologic. Con, helm, steady course. Make turns for. Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con sonar, lost con.
Make depth 400 feet, dive by.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 1.
Let's just do
5
a
knots.
let's just do a trick we did last time. Just have a moss circle right over here
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
and reload.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating. Con, maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
Con, dive.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water,
Oops.
torpedo in the water, bearing 047. Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
Ooh, that went right. Once again, that went right over us. And it turned right away.
Con. Fire control. We've lost the wire.
That's it.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Reload a moss. Let's like accelerate away from this. It's going for the noisemaker.
Make turns for. Con, sonar, no longer cavitating. Con, maneuvering, making turns for 20 knots.
Okay, looks like we did actually defeat this, so let's actually start slowing it down.
Make turns for 10 knots. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering
So
on.
let's now go off to the right.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots. Con, helm, steady course.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Go to 250 feet.
Make depth 250 feet, dive by. Con, dive at 250 feet, dive by.
Okay, so they launched on us, so that looks like in that general facility.
221. Aye, sir.
Come left to 067 Helm I.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Con Helm, steady course.
I wonder if they're just circling. Just turn away.
Come left to 046 Helm I. Con Helm, steady course.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 164, designated Sierra 4. Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 039.
There we go.
Con sonar,
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
That was another one of those Romeos, huh?
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Alright, this thing's got 5 minutes left of fuel left,
Con,
so
fire
I want to
control,
make sure,
weapon acquired.
I want to try to make sure that I use all
Con,
my weapons
fire
as
con
effectively as
sonar,
possible.
noisemaker bearing 176.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
No, this thing's a freaking white as hell. Goodbye.
Con sonar, lost contact.
There we
Sierra
go.
4,
Enemy ship.
last
Enemy
bearing
subsonic.
176. Contact breaking up.
Okay, let's now get out of here. Leave combat. The Juliet, Romeo and Juliet, may they rest in peace together. Very pleased the U.S. dealt with those subs with determination and resolve, Commander. Remember, for every vessel that we take out, it means a safer transit for our troops in transport. Good work. Further orders will be transmitted on this downlink. See, the LA is very capable. Soviet subs spooked. Incidents involving attacks on transatlantic convoys by hostile submarines in and around North Atlantic have rapidly diminished. An anonymous spokesperson suggests that increased NATO operations in the area are a contributing factor, but the Pentagon has refrained to comment on submarine operations. Without the threat from attack submarines, the transatlantic crossings are more efficient, suffering fewer losses. If this influx of supplies and war materials can be sustained, NATO forces will be in a position to take the fight all the way back to the Iron Curtain. Okay. Intelligence has discerned a pattern of movements of enemy at sea replenishments to tankers and tenders. A small enemy force, including one or two of these ships, are expected to sail from Archangel momentarily to rendezvous near the Barents Sea. You are ordered to find this group and sink it before it completes its replenishment supply of enemy forces. You may also get a chance at the enemy submarines in this group. It's intended to support, but tenders and tankers are the mission target. Let's load up a couple of harpoons and continue on course. Alright, so they are sailing out of Archangel. Those are just some patrols. Okay.
Con sonar,
Ring ship for ultra quiet.
So basically due west.
Make depth 4-5 feet, dive by. Dive at 4-5 feet, dive by.
Upscope.
And 270.
Con sonar, master
There's a
1 is
Kara.
classified as escort.
And a 244.
Con sonar, master 2 is classified as
Cresta.
escort.
I don't see any enemies in the path of that, so let's just fire a couple of harpoons at it.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-3. Aye, downscope.
And then we're definitely
Come
going
left
to
2,
be
1. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Make depth 4-0-0 feet, dive by. Make depth 2-5-0 feet, dive by.
submarine launched torpedo, rocket launched torpedoes.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Well, these are actually tough ships. Let's get
Con, helm, steady course.
well, they definitely dropped in the wrong area. I know that for sure.
Con, dive at
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 2, 6,
Ooh, crap.
6. Make turns for con sonar, we are cavitating.
We need to go deeper.
Con sonar,
make depth 7-0-0 feet, dive by.
We only have to work.
Con, torpedo road, tube 1 ready.
Con, fire control.
Con, knuckle formed.
Alright, let's head south.
come right 2, 182, helm aye.
No, let's.
Come left 2, 2, con sonar, no longer cavitating. Con sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 3-0-1.
Let's make a noisemaker over here.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, that torpedo went stupid.
Con, torpedo road, tube 3 ready.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 3.
Con, knuckle formed.
Alright.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 0-9-7.
Unfortunately, I don't have as many
Con, knuckle
decoys.
formed.
So we're gonna have to make use of our We're gonna have to make use of our knuckles as much as possible.
Con, knuckle formed.
Definitely be running at flank speed. Alright, that torpedo is moving away.
Con, knuckle formed.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Can you like go over there?
Con, fire control. We've lost.
Con, knuckle formed.
That's okay, reload the torpedo. Hopefully that'll provide a distraction long enough.
Con, knuckle formed. Con, knuckle formed.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
It appears that we've also lost them too.
Come left 2, 2, 3, 5, helm aye.
Once we get far enough away, we'll go ahead and
Make turns for 10 knots, maneuvering aye. Con, maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
let's go to
Make
450.
depth 450 feet.
Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering aye.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
We'll fire that, and hopefully they won't see it.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Con, sonar lost
There we
contact.
go.
Master 1, last
Con, dive at 450 feet. Dive by. Make depth 45 feet. Dive by.
There goes that little chump.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Up scope.
Alright, let's now up the scope and see what we're dealing with now. Alright, let's shoot a missile.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Down scope. Con, dive at 45 feet. Dive by.
Con,
sonar lost contact. Master 2, last bearing 2, 0,
Okay, let's
0. Contact
let's
breaking
get
up.
out of here. I know this is not the mission objective. And we got the Bronze Star. 053. We don't have we unfortunately we are out of mosses, so close the distance.
On sonar, new contact bearing.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
And we are facing
Con sonar, new contact bearing 094. Designated Sierra.
it's an
2.
IL-38 plane, and sequences.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 095. Designated Sierra 3.
A Kara cruiser.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
And a Cresta cruiser.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
Well, right now this guy can't. They won't be able to pick me up, but pretty damn close. Let's actually now drop into the shadows layer.
Make depth 200 feet. Dive by.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Con, dive at 200 feet. Dive by.
Make turns for 1. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3. Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
It's frick.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 206.
That's okay. Let's go. Let's go to 650 feet.
Make depth 650 feet. Dive by.
And reload.
Con helm, steady course.
Con, torpedo room 2-1 ready.
Con, knuckle formed.
Turn that guy away.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 05.
Con, knuckle formed.
Man, let's actually keep diving.
Make depth 650 feet. Dive by. Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 05. Con sonar,
Kara
no longer
sunk.
cavitating.
Con, torpedo room 2-2 ready.
Con, knuckle formed.
Wow, these Russian torpedoes are actually are actually pretty
Con maneuvering,
dumber than
making
the
turns
Chinese
for
ones are.
3 knots.
Yeah, once we get to about 550 feet, it's pretty much it's pretty much the speed, the depth where we can go as fast as we want without captain
Con, knuckle formed.
for this particular boat. Okay, one torpedo's defeated. I guarantee you those are lightweight torpedoes.
Con, knuckle formed.
At least these knuckles are going to be completing a distraction.
Con, knuckle formed.
Slow it down.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Make depth 450 feet. Dive by.
Oh, no, 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 no,
Come
no.
right to. Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con, helm, steady course.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 082.
Passing 300 feet.
Goodbye.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
Passing 200 feet. Make depth 500 feet. Dive by.
Now I just gotta wait for these torpedoes to blow up before actually continuing on. That one's gone.
Con, dive at 500 feet. Dive by.
Okay, let's leave combat. It's a Karen and a Cresta are gone. And we got an enemy submarine. A 254.
On sonar, new contact bearing 254.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 352. Designated Sierra 2. Con sonar, new contact bearing 268. Designated Sierra 3. Con sonar, new contact bearing 358. Designated Sierra 4.
Let's go investigate.
Come right
really
to
quietly.
242. Helm aye. Con, helm, steady course. Come right to 322, helm aye. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 269. Con helm, steady course. Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
Okay, looks like we're getting a
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
oh, it's a foxtrot. It's another one of those sold.
Come left to 201, helm aye.
It's getting way too close.
Make depth 200 feet, dive by.
Con sonar new contact bearing 357. Designate con helm, steady course.
Con, dive at 200 feet, dive by.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra. Con sonar, Sierra. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
Holy crap! This guy really is mad.
Con,
Make depth 650 feet, dive by.
Con, fire control.
con maneuvering, making turns. Con sonar, no longer cavitating. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 276. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Right full rudder.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
At least it completely underestimated our speed, so we can slow down now.
Make turns for.
Because now that the torpedo,
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 301. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 299. Contact breaking up.
Con, dive at 650 feet, dive by.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
can't believe those torpedoes completely. He fired 4 torpedoes to my 1, and he completely screwed up. Unbelievable.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Okay. Well, there's another vessel nearby.
Con sonar, switching to active search. Con sonar, Sierra 5. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 5.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
All right, let's hard left.
Come left to 2. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 5. Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con helm, steady course.
Wow, these guys are mad.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 0.
There we go.
4.
Flank.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Oh wow, these guys almost found me.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 3 knots. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Okay, both Foxtrots are sunk. I know it's not the mission objective, but unfortunately for now I'm going to make a quick save here. And we're going to continue on the next time in a little bit. I just gotta print out some boarding passes so I can go fly tomorrow. So I will do that, and I will be up with part 2 and pretty soon. Till then, I'm Crimson Thunder. See ya.